Hi, I have a story that I'd like to share, and some of the thoughts that have come out of it pretty recently. Begins with the other day. I was I was at work, and I happened to be working in this part of the winery where I work. Um, happened to be working in an area where there wasn't too many people, and and I had this impulse to listen to a song that I've recently made a liking to. And I had my iPod on me, and I knew that I could just listen to it if I wanted. Um, but I also knew that the policy of the wineries that we are not supposed to listen to music players at work for safety reasons. Um, Nevertheless, I knew I could just get away with it if I wanted, and so I was struggling with this conflict of should I listen to it or should I not listen to it. And it just kind of struck me that I have I've had these conflicts. I have these conflicts a lot, and I finally I just wanted to get to the root of it and sort of figure out what's going on in my mind. And the way that I did that was um, I used an analogy, and it's a good analogy, I think, and it's really helped me understand what's going on. And it kind of goes like this: the context is that you've just been to the doctor recently, and he's told you that, or she's told you that um, your health is at risk. You're at risk of getting diabetes because you've been eating too many sugary foods, so you have to lay off all of them, in particular chocolate cake. And so you get this news, and you're like, oh no, shit. Um, and whatever, the time goes by, and you're sitting at the table, and there's this piece of chocolate cake. There's beautiful, delicious piece of chocolate cake, and there's all this, there's this impulse that says basically, I want to eat that chocolate cake, and immediately, the moment that you have that impulse, you also have an impulse saying that you shouldn't eat that chocolate cake, you should not eat it. These two impulses, these two forces, are in opposition to each other, right? They are exclusive. They are like two forces pulling you in different directions, and it's up to you to decide which direction you're going to go in. And if you don't decide, you just become paralyzed. So you have to decide, right? And it occurred to me that people, and I say this at the risk of projection, people tend to do one of two things. Either they go with their feelings, or they will themselves to do the right thing, what their mind is telling them to do, which is to give in to their feelings. Because you see, the force, the desire to eat that cake, sorry, if if I reject eating that cake, I grit my teeth and I push it away, right? I mean, that's hard to do, and ultimately I haven't gotten rid of the desire to eat that cake. I've just, you know, tensed myself up and, pushed it away. But the force is still there. I haven't conquered the force, really. because that force is going to come back and again and again and again and again and again, and you're going to have to just, and eventually you're going to break and you're going to eat something. You can't will yourself to do this stuff forever. I mean, it doesn't work. This is why people have such a hard time quitting smoking, I think, because they have two forces, one telling them not to smoke, one telling them to smoke, and the only thing that they do is will themselves not to smoke. But that will can't last forever, or we don't have perfect wills. Implicit in the idea of going with your feelings is that you don't believe your mind. This is the revelation that I had. When you go with your feelings, when you choose your feelings, what you're saying is, I believe my feelings are right. I believe that they are the right thing to do, that they are going to make me the happiest. Not my mind. See, the thing that we go with is the thing that we believe. If you don't have a fundamental trust in the efficacy of your mind, and the ability to know what to do, decisions to make, then by default, you're automatically always going to go with your feelings, because that's all there is. You have a force of feeling and a force of mind. That's what I think, anyway. And so, in order to, I think, conquer the force of feeling, when you find yourself in the situation of having to choose between going with your gut or your feelings, or what you know to be right, your mind, I think that the solution is to remind yourself that feelings can't be trusted. Feelings can't be trusted as providers of right and wrong. Ever. Feelings are not to be used as a source of knowledge. You cannot, the word is epistemology. This is what Rand would have said. She would have said that you should not use your feelings as a source of, as your philosophy, of your epistemology, basically. So, I think if you remind yourself that your feelings are not to be trusted, or equally to trust your mind, I don't know, I think that might be a good path. Like, believe your mind. Like, don't believe your feelings. Because that's, I think, what's going on at the root of all of these conflicts. So, that's what I have to say. And I haven't had much of a chance to work it out, but I do have a plan, and the plan is tomorrow morning when I wake up in my warm and cozy bed and I don't want to get out because it's cold, I'm going to try and kind of use this technique and remind myself, my feelings about this warm bed don't matter. I have to be to work on, on time and everything. And that's right. So, yeah, that's it. Thanks for listening.